ask you a few questions about your digital retail and social strategy. So around Sneaking Duck that launched a few weeks ago, could you tell me how important social media is in your marketing mix?
Sure. So social media is probably the most important thing we're doing at the moment. We absolutely love it. We love it for two reasons. Firstly, it gives you the chance to actually have a conversation with your customers. Because we're so new, we're trying things out, and we don't just want to blast a message out to people we don't think is right. So it allows us to test things out. An example of that is we started posting photos of me in a couple of different glasses to try and test that branding message. Do people like the idea of mixing and matching your frames with your outfits? And we got great engagement on that, so that gave us good encouragement. So it allows us to have a conversation. Secondly, and this one's really practical, social media doesn't require a huge investment in cash. If you want to go on TV, on radio, that's an amazing way to advertise, but you need to put the money in up front. With social media, you just need to put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and have that conversation, but you can absolutely get that engagement without spending a lot of money.
Thanks, that's a really good tip. Now, what are the social media platform tools, desktop that you use and that are working well for you?
Yeah, so our primary tool we're using is Facebook, and that's really because most of our customers and most of our target market are there. So we've got a Facebook page and we try and engage on that regularly. We also use Twitter to some extent. I think we can do a lot more there than we tend to. At the moment we're very reactive on Twitter, just tweeting about things we're doing. We want to change that into more of a dialogue, but I think we just need to build up a little bit to doing that. Finally, we're using YouTube. At the moment, again, just as a push, we push videos. I've got an introductory video of the company, and we have some others in the pipeline. But again, we want to look at using video bloggers to have more of a two-way conversation. The one I haven't mentioned is Google+, and that's on my to-do list for this week. Get a page up and running there.
We might come back to you on that in a couple of months and see how it goes.
We'll see. At the moment, we put Facebook first because it has more users, but both are very good, so we'll see how that works.
Now, I know that the launch is obviously pretty new and you're getting some really good traction already. Have you seen interesting patterns or trends or surprising results so far with what you've been testing and trying?
Yeah, a couple of things have really surprised me. We had a party last week, I think it was, you were there, and we posted a whole load of photos of people wearing our glasses. People loved it at the time, but what was amazing was that for 70 or 80 photos, we reached thousands of people on Facebook because people tagged themselves, commented about them. We got comments from people who hadn't even turned up, who were in other countries or in other states. And I was amazed at that. Not a great, it wasn't a huge amount of effort, but it was a great idea. It just turns into this kind of buzz that really happened. And that set me thinking about how else can we do that? Because you can reach thousands of people quite easily with only a fan base of, we only have a few hundred in our fan base at the moment of good customers and engagement. We want to grow that. You can easily reach much wider. So that's amazing, is how much you can get.
Yeah, it's a really good demonstration on how to amplify from a
Yeah, you can amplify an event into an occasion, and that, we want to do that more, and it's really fun as well.
Great.
The other is that blogging, so do some blogging on a business blog site. 22 Michaels, my business partners run that. Got some really surprising results there. I blog about more business issues there, and I recently posted a blog about our pricing strategy. Without getting super boring on the details, it was really interesting to me the totally different perspective that people see about our pricing. We have a price point of $180 for the first pair, $90 for the second. I'd always been thinking that $90 for the second says that that's a great price point. There's a whole segment of people out there who see the $90 for the second, who then think that $180 for the first is actually an expensive price. I hadn't thought of that message that we were giving at all. So the ability to talk about it and get that feedback and hear from people directly was just amazing. We might make a change.
Very interesting. Well, thanks for sharing those thoughts with us. And as I said, we might touch base in a couple of months and see how you go.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
When you